I was watching some with Neil deGrasse Tyson. You know, the guy that's trying to say that, maybe it's not a bad thing that men play in women's sports. I know one of the most brilliant astrophysicists in our time was really debating people on TV over that. But he's kind of went away from all that. I think he's going back to, what's real. And on his show, he was talking about how, will AI ever develop a consciousness? And they say there's kind of two schools of thoughts on it. The traditional scientists and all that say, well, basically, no, it's impossible. We're biological organisms and we don't even fully understand the way the human mind works, which I'm inclined to agree. We still discovering stuff every day. And two, there's the other group that say the AI's getting so sophisticated with its signals and its responses that if you didn't know it was AI and it approached you and spoke to you, how would you know the difference? I'm inclined to agree. Unfortunately, I hate to say this, that the AI people might be right on this one. Now, the machines might not have a soul, but we wouldn't be able to detect that. So the reality is, are we just biological machines? I'm not saying it wasn't a divine creation that put us on this planet. I'm just saying the only thing that separates from us from the machines is we're inefficient. Like the way our bodies and everything are wired. I mean, for example, our feet. I broke my foot, right? Broke a toe. You know what they said? Well, you don't really need your toes. You only need your big toes. So why have toes anyway if you don't need them? Biology, right? Just the way things are. We have parts of our body that we don't need, like our appendix, but it's still there. Whereas if we was an AI robot or machine, we wouldn't put things in that weren't necessary or obsolete. I think that's the main difference. And to be honest, we can't even cure hair loss. I mean, men have struggled with losing the hair on the top of their head for millennia, and we still ain't figured it out. We be sticking hair from our butt into the top of our heads and everything, and taking drugs, minoxidil and citroxidil and all this other stuff. We still ain't even figured that part out, man. I don't even think it's if the machine replaces, it's when and what they choose to replace us with. It could be a matter of there's not enough materials to replace us. But the technology is definitely there. I guess the only people that have jobs and be useful is because we want the people to be there to be of use. It would be people deciding that. Because if it was up to the machines, it'd be like Terminator. Just saying, man. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all.